Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cricket Shenanigans again. We have a really special episode for today. Our regulars are here, of course, Avik and Jwalin. And we have a very special guest today for the show. So please welcome writer and stand-up comic extraordinaire, a big sports enthusiast, a big KKR and Liverpool fan, a chess aficionado, also a fellow rum and coke enthusiast. He is also a writer of one of the smartest Indian web series, Afsos. I personally think he also has possibly the most funniest stand-up special, Take It Easy. I also believe he has one of the funniest stand-up YouTube videos, Afreen Afreen. What draws me towards his content is his amazing writing. His urban sensibilities and his kind of sense of humor resonates really well with folks like me. So without further ado, presenting Anirban. Anirban, please switch on your camera.
Hello. Hey, thank you so much for that. Hi.
Hi. Anirban, that's my daughter, Ayana.
Yes. I was saying hi to her only.
So let me introduce my friends. So we have Avik. Avik is actually my brother. He's my younger brother.
Okay. Hi, Avik.
And Jwalin. So we have a couple of channels. We have one that is dedicated to cricket, and there's one that talks about music, movies, and
Right.
So again, really appreciate you taking the time, and hope you have realized. I mean, I am a huge fan. I've been
Thank you so much.
from a long time. In fact, I have seen all your videos. I mean, not only the ones posted on your channel, but the live streams you have been attending with Saurabh and Sahil. So I've been seeing all those. So
thank you so much.
I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So before we start, today what we are going to do, Anirban, is I know you are a huge cricket fan. So we are going to select India's. How much time do you have, Anirban? Again, I want to be respectful of your time.
And I have time. How much time do you think this will take?
About an hour, maybe a little more.
Yeah, that's okay. Minutes. Yeah. I'm free.
Okay, great. So the idea is what we want to do. We want to pick India's test team and one-day team from the last 20 years.
Okay.
So from 2000 to 2020.
Right.
And I'll walk you through. I've kind of tried to establish some guidelines. But before that, I want to get to know you a little bit more. We have a lot of information, but I think it'll make sense if we kind of get to know you a little more. So,
sure.
So tell me, so you were born and raised in Calcutta?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Avik and I, of course, we are Bengalis. We didn't grow up in Calcutta because my dad was in the army, but of course now our parents live in Calcutta.
Right.
So tell me a little bit, which part of Calcutta did you grow up, and tell us about your school, your college.
Yeah, so I grew up in Minto Park in Calcutta, like right at the heart of the city, and like my school was APJ school again in Park Street. People go to Park Street to party. I used to go there for school, and my dad was a huge influence when it comes to sports because my father actually has played hockey with waist pace and a bunch of other things. And sports was just something that was like talked about in the household from the time I remember. And I got into I started playing cricket very early. So basically what happened was when I was in class 2, my dad wanted to put me in cricket coaching. And but I had an eye problem. Okay, so my vision wasn't developed. So I used to go to school with like this patti. Okay, like Monday, Tuesday on this eye. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday on this side, Wednesday, Thursday on this side. So all my school photos and all have my photo with that patch, like a pirate. And so I couldn't join cricket in class 2 with that thing because I had to put it as soon as I got up in the morning. So my dad put me in tennis. So I joined South Club. And I played tennis. I learned tennis. My coach was Akhtar Ali, who was Leander Pace's first coach.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I learned tennis for a while. And then in class 3, when the eye problem became better, I joined cricket, a club called BNR, Southeastern Railways. It's a railways ka club, and I played there a lot actually. So I used to play under 11, under 14, under 13, under 16, like all the age groups. And then in the year 2000, I got selected in the Bengal under 14s. And I was there in the top 36 for a year. And I used to go to practice at Eden Gardens. And I really used to enjoy it because practice was Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday afternoon. And Wednesday afternoon, I had school. But I'm also in like Bengal under 14. So like I wrote an application to my principal and she allowed me to leave school at the break on Wednesdays. So on a regular Wednesday, Jesse break time hota tha, I used to just walk out of school. Okay, I'm going to Eden Gardens to play cricket. Everybody
What a
used to
life!
be like,
What
oh,
a life!
yo, man, I used to really
That's
enjoy
so cool.
that. And I enjoyed that so much that I failed the trials that happened 6 months later. And I was dropped. So after that, my interest in cricket kind of started waning a little bit. I got into football. I started playing football for my school team, and cricket. Like I used to still play, but kind of like yeah, I started losing interest because that time like I started following Liverpool, and yeah, my priorities changed. And yeah, that's my upbringing in sports. I am actually like I don't know if I should say this because this is going to go on YouTube, but I am actually a life member of Eden Gardens illegally. Okay, so so Eden Gardens life membership you can't get till you're 18. And there's a huge waiting list, like of thousands and all. But somehow I have been a life member since I was 5 years old, because my dad forged my signature, and he was like, yeah, like I think this is worth the risk going to cricket matches. So I've been in every cricket match from 1994 to about 2004 at Eden Gardens. I used to get a free ticket, and yeah, life has all been about sports.
Anirban, if I'm not wrong, your dad was in the Merchant Navy, right?
Yes. My dad was in the Merchant Navy, and something. My dad used to sail all around the world, and it was such a good opportunity because he used to like be out for like 8 months, and he used to like visit some 16 countries in that stint. And every year he used to tell me, he just will speak to the principal and take like 6 months off, and you come and travel with me. And all other Merchant Navy kids used to do that, but I said no, because I had like cricket match at Vivekananda Park. Okay.
You would have the fuchka and jhalmudi after the game there, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course. So those were the things I really looked forward to, and for that I have said no to maybe 10 world tours.
No, but let me tell you. So our family is full of mariners as well. So three of my uncles are in Merchant Navy.
Right.
Of course, one of them has almost stopped sailing, and a couple of them were in Walem. One of them was in SCI. So
right,
we have a lot of people in Merchant Navy. And interesting that you mentioned Eden Gardens, because my dad was in the army. So you know how the cricket matches in India are organized. That for every game, international game in India, either the Army, Navy, or Air Force has security arrangement responsibilities. So they kind of circulate it like that. So Avik and I, we have my brother and I, we both watched so many games, right from the VIP pavilion. In fact,
nice.
In Wankhede Stadium, again, we are big cricket fans, so we remember every game. So if you remember, in 1990, it was 1998. Sri Lanka was visiting India, and there was a test match in Wankhede Stadium. Saurav Ganguly had scored 178 in the first innings. Second innings, he got out for a duck. I was sitting in the pavilion. He actually got out for 4. So he actually got out and he came and sat right next to me because I was in the VIP enclosure. I started talking to him, and I spoke to him in English first. So, he was very cordial, but, he wasn't talking a lot. The moment I said, ki Dada, ami Kolkata theke khela dekhte eschi tomar. He started, talking with me, and he sat and spoke to me for like 30 minutes.
Oh, nice. Wow, man, that's such a great memory.
Oh, and so that was not the only memory. So then my dad being in the army, he was posted in NDA, National Defense Academy.
Right.
So the Indian team, right before the 99 World Cup, they made a visit to National Defense Academy. And my dad was the person who was going to take the Indian team around. So we
Right.
got another opportunity to this time to meet the entire Indian team.
Oh, nice.
And
Wow.
I have photographs with them. It's on my Facebook. And Avik was very young, and Kapil was the coach that time, and Azharuddin was
This
the
was
captain.
just before the match fixing scandal, right?
This is right before that. So my dad was individually, actually, especially with Kapil and Azhar, was taking the team around.
Right.
Got a lot of
Wow.
opportunity.
That's
Plus,
By the way,
beautiful.
we stay in South City, so we stay
Okay.
in there are 5 towers. We stay in Tower 4. Saurav Ganguly actually had an apartment on the 14th
in the
floor. We
same
are on the
tower.
10th floor. He had an apartment on the 14th floor.
Okay.
So Avik, so right now Avik and I are in the US. I live in Miami. Avik lives in Salt Lake City,
Utah.
Utah. Jwalin is, of course, he's in your city. He's in Mumbai.
Okay.
Just one thing. So you forgot to mention that I'm a merchant navy officer also.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah?
He's an ex-merchant navy also. So
I'm technically still qualified to go on board. So I'm a fourth engineer. So I left marine engineering. So I left merchant navy and I came here, did my master's, and then I switched to IT here.
Right. Wow. I've noticed that whenever one person in a family is in the merchant navy, there's always like 3 more. Because in my family also, like my uncles, my brothers, like everybody joined.
Nice. So Anirban, what made you, I know you had a corporate job. So what made you switch to stand-up comedy? Because I'm sure it must have been a hard decision.
Yeah, it was a calculated decision actually when the time came. But initially, I just watched some comedy at Comedy Store in Bombay, which later became Canvas Laugh Club.
Mm-hmm.
That was the ultimate comedy club, comedy room in India. And so I was working in Bombay in 2010, and I used to come and watch shows at the club. And at that point, only foreign comics used to come. Like Indian comics were still not on the lineup. So Indian comics used to do like 5-minute beach mein open spot. So I saw guys like Tanmay and Aditi, all these guys start their comedy career kind of like,
They were
by
like the
doing
second generation, right? After Veer and Saurabh, I think that was the second generation, wasn't it?
No, actually, I would say that they were the first. Veer was doing a lot more because like he used to do solos right from the start. But guys like Saurabh and everybody else from AIB and all, they were basically all products of the Comedy Store.
Mm-hmm.
So the format was they used to get 3 comics from abroad, most likely UK. And Australia, Canada, these countries, and then they would do 30 minutes each. There would be a break in the middle, and just after the break they would give like a 5-minute spot to an upcoming Indian comic, and that's how every comic in the country basically you could say that's their first little break. And I enjoyed those shows so much. I used to in fact go and catch the repeat shows. Like at that point I didn't know that stand-up shows are the same, like the comic has been will be doing the same 30-minute set that is tried and tested. But I used to go on a Thursday, then I used to go on a Friday, then I used to go on a Saturday just to hear the same set because it was so beautiful, just the feeling of being in that room. But I never really thought that I'll also do stand-up. Then I got transferred back to Calcutta, and I was working in Calcutta with Godrej. And then in 2012, I just saw a Facebook post which said that Calcutta's first open mic. And I was like, oh, I gotta go for this. I signed
So
up
who was
for
doing
it.
it, Anirban? Was it Papa CJ or who was it?
No, Papa CJ had moved out from Calcutta by then. So the Calcutta had no scene, practically no scene. These comics from Bombay and Delhi also did not really come to Calcutta in their tours because the scene was so limited to Delhi and Bombay. So this open mic was organized by Calcutta comedians with a K. Okay, so that was like a group in Calcutta around 2012 run by Rav Ganji. And so it was bizarre actually. The advertisement said that open mic first open mic in Calcutta, winner gets 1 lakh. Okay, and I was like, what the hell, 1 lakh? I signed up for it. I actually took a while because I was not sure whether to do it. So I was like कि ठीक है कल reply करता हूँ. Then कल I would be like एक और दिन रुक जाते हैं, let's see what. Like then I think 2 days before the event I messaged Rof that hey, our registration still open, and he said yeah. you can still come. So I signed up, and then I went to the open mic, and there were just 3 people who had signed up. Okay, I was just getting worried that it'll be sold out or something. Just 3 people had signed up. Vaibhav Sethia was one of them.
Okay.
And it was me, and there was another guy. And the open mic, in a bizarre like turn of events, was in a 600-seater auditorium. Like it's unheard of, right? Like open mics happen in like some dingy bar, but this was in an auditorium, GD Birla Sabhagar, right next to Birla Mandir. It's a very prestigious stage. You know, all like Emmy, Grammy winners have performed there. And suddenly Calcutta's first open mic is happening, and obviously nobody has come. It's every like sabke dost aaya, so there are like some 20 people in the audience. Yeah, not even college kids. Nobody knew about it. Okay, like I had 2 friends come. I think Vaibhav had 2 friends. Aise karke, like some 15-20 people were there. So you just imagine an empty auditorium, like 600 seats, and just 15-20 seats are filled. And Vaibhav and I did not win the 1 lakh prize. The third guy won, and then he quit comedy. And we remained.
Ironic.
Yeah, we remained in the scene trying to.
That is the genesis of your Ola share joke, huh?
Probably. So yeah, that's how I met Vaibhav. We started doing comedy, and a month later, Saurav Ghosh started doing comedy, and we kind of became very good friends. We like split from Roff and Calcutta Comedians, started our own scene, because at that point Roff never had open mics. He used to just get like a big act once a month, Veer Das or Papa CJ, and he would give us like the opening act. So that was like something we really like. I look back fondly, but that was not the way to go. Like you can't be just going on stage once every month, that too in front of like 1,000 people, because Veer Das and Papa CJ used to do shows in Kala Mandir. And I I had good shows. I even got booed once. So like it was tough, but the scene would like only pick up when we had like a bunch of open mics. You're going on stage every day. Though was a dream in Calcutta. We would be happy if we went on stage once every week. And eventually the scene picked up. We started getting paid shows, lots of venues. Then we started moving to Bombay, and the scene collapsed again. So yeah.
Now, must have been an interesting journey, right? Just as a side note, all of us on this calls are Bhadra looks. So
yeah, I got it. I'm very happy to
extremely.
Be here.
Hey, I know I've been hogging it. Prince and Jwalin, do you guys have any questions for Anirban?
I mean, no specific question. I just want to mention that the first time I saw you on television or on my laptop was when my wife was watching one of your gigs, and you started laughing, and she tells me that there's a guy on the screen who laughs like you. And that's the first time I saw you on screen, because you have that peculiar way of laughing, right? Yeah. I also have a very weird laughter. So
I'm happy the laughter is connecting with people. I'm not sure about jokes. Laughter is
jokes are obviously funny, but
I'll come to that. So Anirban, how was your experience of writing Afsos? Because I mean, that must have been again a big step, right? I mean, because writing stand-up comedy versus writing a full web series. How was that?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. It was great. Like Afsos, with Afsos, what we kind of achieved in the end was a perfect journey of how to make a show, which we did not, because when we like took up the Afsos project, we did not really know what the process is to make a film, make a show, but just got surrounded with people who understood it. The writing part was great, only because there was no interference by the producers. Like what we wrote is exactly what's on screen is exactly what we wrote, and like not even a single producer, be it Amazon or my producers at OML, changed anything creatively. And that is a rarity in today's world, because currently, from the first draft, people are like, you can't do this, you can't do this. Now, especially with all the FIRs flying around, it's become even more difficult. But even without FIRs, creatively, producers and writers are not always on the same page. Like producers want to take care of commercial sensibilities, while like writers might not see it that way, they see something different. So that was something that all my friends who have written web series have been telling me, that it's like very difficult to like do an entire end-to-end process without any creative interference. So thanks to that, like I really enjoyed it. No deadlines and everything was like pretty writer focused. And we knew from the start that this is a like pretty twisted, nice story, because a way to know whether this will work is when you are narrating a one-liner to somebody, or maybe like just met somebody in a green room before a show, another comic, and in 2-3 lines, like I used to explain what the story of Afsos is, and it always got a good reaction. Like it always got some kind of an affirmative reaction. Like it wasn't like "Ki, हाँ ठीक है देखते हैं ये वो," like it's one of those. Everybody was like, wow, like what is this? This is quite mad. And that was giving me confidence also to like build the story better. Me and Dibbo were writing it at that point. Then Saurav Ghosh came in to write the final screenplay, and like honestly we were not able to crack the screenplay properly, and we needed external help, and Saurav and was looking for writers. And then Biswa told me one day that when Saurav Ghosh is there, why are you even looking for anybody else? And so
Did
I
sort
got,
of write for Biswa at one point of time?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
That's why. So Biswa knows, like I never. So I know Saurav as a comic. At that point, had like only worked with him to do shows. But Biswa knows him like a little more as a writer. And I remember like I was not able to vibe with any of the writers we were meeting to basically get on board. And we had like spoken to some really good writers who have done great work, subsequently. But I was not vibing with them, and Afsos required that a little. Like it's not like a very
the
conventional
quirkiness,
show.
right? You needed the
Yeah, yeah,
quirkiness. Yeah.
yeah. So what things excited me needs to also be exciting for the third writer. And then I remember I was doing a show at Canvas Laugh Club, and I went to dinner afterwards with Biswa, and I was like, "Yeah, writer नहीं मिल रहा, writer नहीं मिल रहा," and he was like, "यार, you mad or what? Writer घर पे बैठा है, सौरभ घोष को ले खत्म कर, best writer in the country." And I just got him on board, and in 4 months he wrote the final screenplay, which was like beyond what Dibbo and I would have come up with, very honestly. So he understood the story, did not change anything. We knew where the starting point is, we knew where the end point is. We also knew like kind of at the places where the episodes are going to end. But the meat in those episodes, and the meat in the scenes, sort of goes like you managed to get. And it was like a great experience writing with him, because he tells me Saurav and I have a very distinct way of working together, where Saurav will basically come up with a lot of ideas, and I will gamble on those. Okay, and I will be like, okay, let's gamble on that idea. Okay, I think that's most interesting, also exciting, can fail, but can like pass also. So that kind of a arrangement we had in the writing room with Ghosh and Dibbo, and it was super fun. Like the 4-5 months we spent writing Afsos, the last 4-5 months was was just too good to be true. Like I used to get up in the morning, and Weber and Ghosh and Dibbo used to come to my place at around 1. So they would wake me up. Like they would ring the bell, I'd get up, and then we would write Afsos and till about 10-11 in the night, and then go to sleep. I was like, wow, man, like life couldn't be better. Really enjoyed it.
But let me tell you, it is by far the funniest show on an OTT platform.
Thank you so much.
Really, really loved the show, and and honestly, it had a very, very international feel.
Yeah.
It reminded me of I don't know if you've seen there's a show called Barry.
Yeah, I've seen Barry. Yeah.
So I mean, the tone was very, very
Yeah.
similar, and enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah. We were very clear that we wanted to make a show that has not been made in India. That was the first filter. And Barry, actually, I saw after Afsos. I had not seen at that point. But the two shows that were very influential at that point for me was one was Fargo, and the other was Dirk Gently. So these two shows kind of like gave us the confidence. Okay, let's try something wild. It can work.
Yeah, I mean, it was brilliant. So again, I know this has gone on for a while, but I'll just end it. I just have a couple of questions. So, the video you did, the dating and Tinder video, that video was really good. I don't know why you didn't do anything after that, because the vibe you had in that show,
yeah,
excellent. I when you released the video, I thought that you're going to do this regularly through the lockdown, but then you didn't do anything after that.
Yeah, actually, like I did that video because that was a collaboration with Tinder,
Okay,
and
okay.
that came along, and I was very happy. And then I actually thought, ki, yeah, this is something that I could do regularly, but I'm just looking for an idea, like, I had some ideas that like I thought I'll replicate that Tinder video with, but yeah, it did not really develop into anything. But this now I'm like planning to put out some videos. I'm shooting stand up again, so
Okay, nice, nice. We are looking
hopefully,
forward to it because
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I love all your videos. The Melbourne Comedy Festival video, of course. Afreen Afreen is my absolute favorite. I mean, that one's just insane. And so the how weird is this guy, that show? I know it's a show that you guys do live, or you
Yeah.
also do Zoom shows. But any plans of I guess you don't want to release them on YouTube, right? I mean, you kind of
Actually, How Weird is a show that we could release on YouTube, because it's a show with limitless material. It's basically me talking about Vaibhav and Ghosh, Vaibhav
it's
talking about
almost like a
me, and
roast, right? I mean, it's like
yeah,
roasting
yeah,
each other,
yeah.
right?
It is. It's like a friendly roast. How weird is this guy? Is basically all three of us trying to fight each other to prove who's the weirdest in this
Right.
gang, and the audience votes. So currently, what the format of the show is that we do on Zoom. Audience has to vote at 17 points, and all those scores are tabulated in the end, and then you find a winner. And it's so close. Like, why sometimes, like, I am voted the weirdest for no reason. Sometimes Ghost is voted weirdest for the right reasons. Sometimes it's Weber, and you just don't know what will be the outcome. And material we can actually put out on YouTube, because we just do like the game show is designed in such a way that there is actually very little material. You can say, like, it's basically me talking for 3 minutes on Ghosh, me talking for 3 minutes on Weber, and like vice versa. So, like, I can write another 3 minutes on Weber. That's not a problem.
As an outsider, I would say Saurav Ghosh would win hands down, right? I mean, at least
Dude, that's the thing with Saurav Ghosh. Like, you expect Saurav to be the weirdest, but there have been at least we've done it, I think, 12 times, and there's been at least like 6-7 times when he's not been voted the weirdest. So that's the fun part of the game, that anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. You just don't know.
Yeah, but that's a really interesting idea. The guys, if you haven't seen it, I mean, there's a small YouTube video I think you had released. Again, it's just excerpts of that, but it's a nice concept.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, Anirban, it's great. It's a pleasure having you here. So let's get started for why we are here.
Abhishek, before we move on to cricket, correct? Yeah, that's okay. So I think I was speechless. I never thought that in my wildest imagination that I'll probably share a platform with Anirban, correct? So I've been following you on Twitter since Abhishek said, we will have one session. I was still thinking he's joking around, but I think finally it happened.
Yeah.
So it's good to have you here. Good to have you on a platform with you here, Anirban. And obviously, I was not aware that Afsos Writer is you, or you're part of that show, correct? It was amazing, brilliant show. I think it's nicely made. And anyway, I think looking forward to have a fun discussion. Abhishek, over to you.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Okay, guys. So before we start, I've just established some ground rules. It'll just help us keep a certain direction. So first, the first ground rule is we'll be picking players. I think I mentioned it earlier. We'll be picking players only who've played for India from the year 2000 to the current. So that is our timeline. So that, which means Azharuddin will be included because he played his last Test match in 2000, and then it'll include Shubman Gill and Shaw as well, because they are playing now. So just to give you a sense of the batch of cricketers we are going to consider. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to pull up a Word document, and I'm going to note down everybody's team. So what we are going to do, each of us are going to list who our 11 is. We'll get all the four team lists, and then we'll discuss among ourselves, and then we'll pick up a combined team based on our discussion.
Cool.
Good.
Simple, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let me just quickly pull up my document so that you guys can see what I'm doing.
Till that time, can I quickly have a comment in? So the one thing I really like about your stand-up comedy is that you really enjoy your own set, and not many comedians do that. So I just want to mention that I really like that aspect, because when you enjoy it, I enjoy it.
Right. Yeah, like, the special, which like had a lot of the laughter actually. Like, no, before that, in the other YouTube videos, that's not really a distinct laugh, but in the special, I was actually a little drunk. Okay.
That explains it now.
Yeah.
Now I have some context.
And I was like very happy. Okay, like doing a special, full house canvas with all my friends in the green room, and I just like let myself go, I think.
You should then keep up the level of intoxication
Neville
throughout.
directed, right?
No, mine was directed by Karan Asnani.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was insane. I mean, the selective comedy part, and of course the the Netaji part. I mean, it was an insane. So your video and Kanan Gill special, those are two of my favorites.
Right. Oh, I love Kanan specials as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Kanan is awesome as well.
And being a Bengali and being from Calcutta, so the command over both the languages is pretty good for you. I mean, so we are Probashi Bengali, but hamari Hindi saaf hai. And
Right.
you've managed a certain level of structure in your Hindi also, which a lot of Bengali comedians don't.
Yeah. I'm barely like on that line. Okay. Like,
Borderline.
Yeah, I think your struggle is around the cars and the keys, right?
Yeah. I had a bit on that as well.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one, the car key.
But you still manage your Hindi well, which is good. And I think for your mass appeal, it's very important to master both the languages.
Yeah.
And have that connect, right?
Right.
No, but I think again, my opinion, your biggest strength is your writing. I really love your writing, and that comes from your upbringing, right? I think the urban sensibility that you have, that connects really well with people like us. So
Right.
again, I'm really happy to know that you're going to release more stand-up stuff. And Anirban, again, before I forget, whenever you decide to come to the US, you have at least a couple of places where you can stay. You have Miami.
Got it. Now I will keep this in mind.
I'll send you my contact information, phone number, everything. You feel free to, whenever you decide to come to the US, you have a couple of places where you can
Done. Thank you.
And you can come with your wife. So
right.
Surely.
Is there.
Done.
Okay, guys.
And plus you can use our names in your skit. We'll be famous then.
If you want to come up with characters, feel free.
No pressure, by the way. No pressure.
Okay, guys. So let's get started here. So why don't we do this? Anirban, do you want to tell me? So do we want to do tests or one days? Anirban, we'll let you pick.
Let's start with one day. Then
one day. Okay. Let's do one day. So do you want to name your 11? Batting order.
Okay, so I'm just going to do it on the go. I haven't thought about it. Yeah.
Okay.
So man, this team will have a lot of that early 2000 feel. Okay.
Yeah, we were discussing the same thing. I think we are all a little biased
towards that era.
Yeah. Actually, towards the end of that decade, like 2000, we won the World Cup in 2007 and 2011, but I was not really following cricket like I used to do in the early 2000s. I used to obviously catch the big tournaments, the test match here or there, but my loyalties had kind of shifted to football. So I used to not miss
again. I don't want to go there because we might end up talking about Liverpool, Manchester.
I mean, I was a big fan of yours. Now I'm a little lesser of a fan because of a Liverpool fan. Because of you. I'm a United fan. So
you are United. I got it, man. I got it. Okay, so opening is Ganguly and Tendulkar for me.
Okay. Who's at 3?
Oh man, how do you get Rohit Sharma in this?
that was my struggle as well.
That was the tricky part.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have him at 3.
Okay.
Rohit Sharma. Then Virat Kohli. Okay. So let me think. At number 5, probably go with Yuvraj Singh. Okay, let's keep 6 just empty for a while. Then Dhoni. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11. We did have all-rounders back then, right?
Irfan Pathan.
I mean,
Irfan Pathan is the closest.
Pathan.
we had half an all-rounders, right?
Half an all-rounder, yeah, like Robin Singh and all these. Okay, but now we got probably Jadeja. Yeah, I think Jadeja would get in.
Oh.
And
so we have a history of Jadeja. So Jwalin and Avik are constantly at each other. So Avik is a big Jadeja fan. I mean, I am as well. And Jwalin is absolutely anti any left-arm spinner.
Really? So, Jadeja, like just made such a big impression on me off late.
Yeah.
Initially,
right.
Last 3 years, he's completely turned his game around.
Yeah. That's probably why he will be in this team. Because before that, Jadeja, I did not really bother much, especially Twitter mein he's like, I am Rajput and all that. I'm like, okay, I just can avoid this. But now he's just, right? But now he's such a good player to watch.
Yeah. I mean, just to be clear, I'm a fan of him on the field, not off.
Yeah. No, of course. Same here. Same here. Okay, so Bumrah for sure. Right? Bumrah will be one of the fast bowlers. We have Jadeja, so I think one more spinner should be good enough. Spinner.
I can just give you so that I can just quickly you can remember play. So there's Kumble, Harbhajan, Hel, Kuldeep, of course Ravichandran, Ashwin.
Yeah, I was thinking between Kumble and Ashwin for the spinner. I'd probably go with Kumble.
Okay.
And
you're left with another bowler and the number 6.
And number 6. Let me fix number 6. Who was number 6 when we won the World Cups?
Raina was number 6 in.
Oh, Raina. Raina is there. Oh, I forgot about Raina completely.
So there was Raina, there was Ajay Jadeja, earlier than that.
Yeah.
Now, of course.
And you can keep with Dravid if you want to, and then have him at number 6. Dravid.
Yeah. So,
no, but Dhoni is there. No, now no need for that Dravid thing. Yeah. Currently, I'm just thinking Hardik Pandya, if he makes it to this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he qualifies for sure.
Yeah.
Go for Pandya?
Yeah, let's go for Pandya.
Okay. And we have one spot left.
Number 11. So Zahir is one.
Zahir, Srinath, Venkatesh Prasad,
Bhuvnesh Kumar, Nehra,
Mohammad Shami, right?
I'd go with Zahir.
Zahir?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're satisfied with your team? I think it's a good balance. You have 4 bowlers. You have an all-rounder, so that makes it 5th bowler.
Yeah.
And some half bowlers. Okay, that's.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I'm happy with this.
Okay. Avik, you want to go next?
Yeah, I mean, although Anirban did confuse me at the end. Now I'm thinking about some positions here, changing a few. Okay, so I solved the Rohit Sharma dilemma by saying that Sachin was the greatest batsman, and I think he can manage himself in the middle order. And he did actually play really well for 2 series, I think back in 2002. So I'll have Sharma. So I'll have Sharma and Ganguly opening, and I'll have Kohli at number 3. Then I'll have Tendulkar at number 4 to play in the middle overs and rotate the strike. I'll have Yuvraj Singh at 5, Dhoni at 6, Pandya at 7. At 8, I was thinking Harbhajan Singh. I'll pick Harbhajan Singh. I will have Chahal at 9, and then Zahir Khan and Bumrah. So I have a left armer, then a fast bowler, and then I have leg spin. We have an off spinner, and then we have Pandya for the seaming all rounder.
Yeah. Again, good. It's a nicely balanced side.
And my 12th man would be Jadeja.
Oh.
Anirban, do you want to pick a 12th man?
Yes, Robin Singh. I just want him somewhere.
You mean Jaunty Singh?
Yeah. No, Jaunty Singh was
Jaunty Singh
Sidhu.
was Sidhu.
Sidhu.
Yeah, yeah.
But Robin Singh was actually a good fielder. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Jolin, you are next.
Yeah. So I can't have my team without my idol, correct? So I'll start with Virendra Sehwag and Sachin opening. I think they've
Oh
opened a lot
man,
of
1
times.
second, dude. Sehwag, yeah. I forgot about Sehwag. Oh man, how can I forget about Sehwag?
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, I again, without being completely biased, I mean, when you have Sachin and Saurav, how can you not have them open? They are the greatest
Yeah.
player in the history of the game.
Yeah, I just went with that, but
the records prove it. I mean, for me, it is blasphemous to move either of them away from the opening spot. I mean,
yeah, that's why I didn't as well. Yeah.
Emotions over the records is what I go with always. So that's why I don't like Jadeja.
Who's three?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll go with Virat Kohli as third position.
Okay.
Fourth, I will have Yuvraj.
Okay.
Fifth, Dhoni. So I will have Dhoni playing bit in higher than usual. Sixth is Raina.
Oh wow, interesting. Raina. Okay.
Seven, I'll probably go with Jadeja because I don't want to keep him out. Okay.
That's a surprise.
Oh my God, that's
he means Ajay Jadeja.
Yeah, you mean Ajay Jadeja, right?
No, I'll go with Ravindra Jadeja. So and spinners, I'll go with Ashwin and Kumble.
So you're going to play three spinners?
Yes. I'm going to go with spinners.
You know, you're going to play in Christchurch. This game.
Kumble is anyway fast bowler for me, so that is fine.
Yeah, you can swing it both ways.
Yeah, I'll go with Zaire and Bumrah. I think that's universal because I think that gives variety as well as.
So clearly, this is a team for Rajkot, Jolin.
No, and the 12th man would be Hardik Pandya, so we can replace Jadeja Pandya based on the conditions. Yeah.
Who you said Hardik, right? Pandya.
Hardik Pandya, yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I don't have Rohit Sharma, but that's how it is.
Yeah. So let me show you my team.
But it's a moral victory for me. I have swayed Jwalin towards my side. He picks Jadeja in the team, clearly.
Okay. So
with the ODI, correct?
Of course. Okay. Mine, I already spoke about it, right? I mean, no way can I not have these two open, right? Again, the most successful number 3 batsman ever, Virat, is going to. So I don't want to even change that position. So again, Rohit Sharma has a great record, but again, unfortunately he's competing against Sachin and Saurav at the top, and I can't play him down the order. So I have actually gone ahead and picked Yuvraj, and my rationale is again, I wanted some more left-handers in the team, so that was my rationale. So I actually have Azhar at 4, and then I have Yuvraj at 5, and then I have Dhoni. Dhoni, Pandya.
So Abhishek, you will have a trouble. Who is the captain now by keeping Dhoni and Saurav in the same team?
No, I mean I'm clear. In one day, Dhoni is going to be the captain. I mean, at least in my mind.
Yeah.
For me, Saurav is the captain, hands down.
Yeah. So this is the problem when you have both the players.
Yeah. For me also, Saurav is the captain.
Natural leader. I mean, Dhoni is brilliant.
I'm just going by pure success. I mean, for me, again, we'll come to the test side and we'll talk then. Okay. So this is my 12th man would be Rohit Sharma.
Can you read your team because I'm watching the screen for us?
Oh, sure. So Sachin Saurav, Virat at 3, Azharuddin at 4, Yuvraj at 5, Dhoni at 6, Pandya 7, Jadeja 8, Zahir Khan 9, Chahal 10, Bumrah 11, and Rohit Sharma is my 12th man.
Done.
Okay. So let's
vote on the openers.
Try to create the combined team.
Let's vote on the opening pair.
Yeah. Okay. So combined 11. Okay. So let's discuss. So yes, guys. So our options are, of course, Sachin, Saurav, Sehwag, and Rohit Sharma, right? So we have to pick two out of the 4 to take the opening positions.
Everybody's team has Ganguly, right?
No,
Yeah.
Jwalin's team does not have.
I don't have it.
You don't have Ganguly. I mean,
So, but Ganguly
Sachin
wins,
is there
right?
in
Because we have
everyone's
3.
team, but Sachin is an opener in 3 of our teams, and so Sachin, I think, automatically comes in, right?
Hands down, yeah.
Because I think
And even Ganguly does, right?
Huh?
And even Ganguly does, right? Because we have 3 votes. Unless Jwalin convinces someone to switch. That's how it will be, right?
True.
Yeah. It would be difficult, I think, in this panel to go against Saurav Ganguly.
Totally.
So I rest my case, actually.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I am a huge fan. I mean, I am a huge fan of Sehwag, but he did not deliver in one-day cricket as consistently. I mean, his record doesn't. And then, of course, unfortunately, he's competing against the most successful one-day pair in the history of the game, right? So
I just have a point here, correct? So I think obviously we are going with the records and averages and everything, correct? What you need to see is when he plays, India wins, correct? So I think winning percentage when he plays is like very, very high. I mean, that's what I count at the end of the day, because one day is not like, you have to be consistent, because anyone can play and win us the game. So anyway, so that was the rationale behind having Sehwag in the team.
Right. No, fair. I mean, I guess you just got outvoted, Jolly.
I mean,
that's all I'm
if this was a test match team, hands down, Sehwag is my opener for sure. Hands down.
So I think number 3, we all agree, right? It's Kohli.
No discussion there.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be the hardest one, I think, number 4, because I have Azhar.
I have Sharma.
Jwalin has Yuvraj. Avik has
Sachin. I have Sachin as the middle.
Sachin's already picked. So yeah. So and Anirban has Anirban has Virat at 4 and Rohit at 3.
I mean, the position doesn't matter. I mean, we can first key in on the player, right?
What do you guys think, Anirban?
I want Sharma in the team. So.
Yeah, Rohit Sharma needs to be in the team.
Has to be in the team. I mean, unbelievable record in the past. He has outscored Virat Kohli in the last 5 years. So if you can outscore Virat Kohli, you cannot. I mean, I'm not a big Sharma fan. I don't like any Sharma. Ishan Sharma, any Sharma. I don't like any Sharma. But his record is phenomenal. So
again, I'll tell you my. So Rohit Sharma has 2 votes, right? It has Anirban and Avik's vote. Jwalin, you picked Yuvraj, right? And yeah. So the only reason I picked Azhar, because one thing I saw, I don't know if you noticed in Australia, one area where India really struggled in the Australia one days and India lost the one days, right? There's nobody in the middle to rotate the strike, because all these guys play with hard hands, and they are good at driving the ball, but nobody likes to hit in the gaps and rotate the strike. So that's one aspect of Azharuddin that I used to really like. Yeah, Prince, you were saying something, Avik?
And that's why I'll have Sharma open and Sachin play in the middle order, because he can rotate the strike.
Yeah. So and my rationale is,
any,
I think
any averages.
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, okay. Yeah. So Yuvraj won us, I think, both the World Cup, correct? And I think he was man of the series in 2011, being all rounder. I think position-wise, I think we should go with Yuvraj, because he has played at that position compared to Sharma or Sachin, correct, in number of games. So good fielder, left-arm bowling, and batsman. I would say.
Again, so Jwalin, here's the thing. Right now, you have your vote is for Yuvraj, my vote is for Azhar, and we have 2 votes for Rohit Sharma. So I think Rohit Sharma, we'll have to pick Rohit Sharma, but we'll not discount Yuvraj, because I think Yuvraj might come in a.
Yeah, for me, Yuvraj would be next.
Yeah.
Same here. And I can trade in Sharma for Raina and then make Yuvraj play up, and then Sachin opens the bat for me. I'm okay with that scenario.
I honestly, I just, with so many great players, I cannot fit in Raina. So Raina definitely doesn't have my vote. Anirban, what do you think? Does Raina get your vote?
No.
Yeah, so Raina is again, same issue I have with picking Sehwag. Is too inconsistent form. So I think Sharma got the votes for number 4, right? Yeah. So we have 2 votes for Sharma and 1 for Yuvraj, 1 for Azhar. So Sharma comes in at 4. 5.
Yuvraj.
We have Yuvraj in everybody's team, right? So would we agree? Another left-hander in the mix?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yuvraj? Okay, and I think 6 is also unanimous, right? Dhoni?
Dhoni. Yep.
Yep.
And now we basically ideally we pick an all-rounder and then, one or two all-rounders depending. So who do we have? So we have, I have Pandya. Jolin, who do you have?
Number 7, I think I had
Jadeja. Pandya. Avik has Pandya, and I think even Anirban has Pandya. So I think.
No, Anirban has Jadeja, I think, right? Or no?
No, I have both. I have Pandya and
Jadeja lower down.
Oh, okay. So then Pandya gets in.
Yeah, so Pandya gets in. Again, that was fairly easy. Okay, so Pandya comes in at 7. Now, do all of us have 2 spinners? I mean, I know, Jolin, you have 3 spinners, but I think at least
I have 2 spinners.
Everybody has at least 2 spinners, right? So I have Chahal and Jadeja. Avik has Jadeja and Ashwin, and Anirban.
No, Harbhajan. I have Harbhajan.
Oh, sorry, that was Jolin. Sorry. Yeah, you have Harbhajan and Chahal. And Anirban has Jadeja and Kumble. Okay, so this is going to be a tough one, right? So I think
each of us can defend each of us can get 30 seconds and we can defend our selection, right?
Yeah. Go for it. Avik, you want to go first?
Sure. So why I chose Harbhajan over Anil Kumble and Ashwin. So I wanted a specialist bowler instead of an all-rounder at that position. And I think for limited overs cricket, Harbhajan was very accurate and his economy rate was very low. He's 4.3. And he did not play in the 90s. He played in the 2000s, where teams were getting 300 runs. So in that 11-year span, his economy rate is 4.3, and that's brilliant in any criteria you take in. 4.3 is brilliant. And I felt Harbhajan was a handy pinch hitter also, so you can get some 10-15 runs off him. And I think he's very aggressive, and I like aggressive cricketers. So economy rate, aggressive cricketer, and 10-15 runs for you.
Okay, you want to talk about the other spinner as well while you are at it?
Yes, Chal, I think, is the best limited over spinner today in the world for me, especially in the shorter format, T20. No, sorry, not especially, only in the shorter format, T20 and one-day cricket. And I think he has good control over his leg spin. He doesn't turn the ball much, but I think he's very wily. And the only negative aspect is that he's not played much. So he has under 100 wickets, which might be a problem. So
okay.
I think he's a smart cricketer.
Anirban, you want to talk about your spinning options? Jadeja, why Jadeja and Kumble?
Jadeja, I have as an all-rounder and pretty handy player to have at number 8. And Kumble, I went for Kumble because what I remember of Kumble is always difficult to get runs off him.
So you remember 6 for 12, huh?
Yeah.
Hero Cup.
So, yeah, it's Kumble is one of those players that even the opposition would be like, "Arey Kumble, dude!" We'll have to really concentrate hard and all. He'll be, he'll have that same line and length. So that's why I went with Kumble, for what he would bring to the team.
Yeah. Okay. Jolin.
Yeah, so I have one option, one leg spinner, correct? Ashwin because of his varieties, and I think he's a brilliant, cricketing mind. And Kumble because of consistency, correct? He will not leak the runs. So I think one consistent, not giving the runs. Other is wily with different varieties and will take all the wickets. So combination of Ashwin and Kumble, different kind of bowling option, and the way they ball. So.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll tell you. So Jadeja again. So I picked Jadeja because again utility plus he boosts the fielding tremendously, right? Because we have at least in my team we have some older players, so the fielding might not be the greatest. So Jadeja adds to fielding, of course, and he's not an outright match winner as a bowler in one day, but I mean he can definitely bowl accurately, and then he adds his batting. Chahal, the reason I picked Chahal was I always prefer wrist spinners rather than finger spinners, right? Wrist spinners are much harder to read, and Chahal is very accurate. So that's the reason my choice was Jadeja and Chahal. So now we have to decide, right? So right now, purely by voting, Jadeja is in 3 teams. So I think one spinning position will go to Jadeja, right? By pure majority. Now the second spot that's up for grabs. And that's what we have to decide, right? Ideally, I mean, this is what I'm thinking, and tell me if you guys. So ideally, if we have a left arm spinner who takes the ball away from right-hander, we should try to get an off spinner, right? If the opposition has a bunch of left-handers, then you would want to.
But we also have 2 votes for Chahal, right? You have Chahal and I have Chahal.
Yeah. No, again, we have 2 votes for Chahal, right? And then we have how many? We have 1 vote for Kumble, 1 vote for Harbhajan, right? And 1 vote for.
I think we have 2 votes for Kumble, right? 2 votes for Kumble.
Oh, 2 votes.
Jwalen has Kumble also, right?
Kumble,
so then we have to basically decide between
Chahal and Kumble.
Yeah, but
no,
again,
but we can take that call of having an off spinner, going by the balance.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I brought that point up. So I did not have. If you look at my team, I did not have any off spinner in my team, but purely talking about the balance, I was thinking an off spinner. That's the reason.
I don't like Ashwin in the limited overs cricket because I think he outthinks himself, thinks too much. He's very talented, but he's too many variations. He doesn't get the ball in the same spot twice, and sometimes that works against him. And for me, I think Harbhajan was more accurate. So that's
Jwalen.
I'll stick to Ashwin because of his variety, and I think he has kind of learned over a period of time. Correct? Now he is a handy bowler in all the conditions, T20, ODI, or Test match, and I'll go with Ashwin only if I have to pick between Ashwin and Harbhajan.
So Ashwin and Harbhajan have 1 vote each. So Anirban is between you and me, basically. Whoever we decide to support gets in.
Okay. What are you thinking? I think I'll go with Ashwin between Harbhajan and Ashwin.
Okay, so my opinion again. I think Prince, you are the one who mentioned it, right? Unfortunately, when I vote, then it's going to be it'll become a tie again. Because I'm leaning towards Harbhajan mainly because again, I think you mentioned it, the aggression of Harbhajan, and he kind of adds value.
So and he's a better fielder than Ashwin is.
This is okay. Can we come back to this one, the spinner spot? Maybe give it another thought. Let's go to 10 and 11, right?
See, this is what happens when you have Jadeja in the team. If you remove Jadeja, life will be easy. So you don't have to even think. You will have one off spinner, one leg spinner.
And think about this. You pick Jadeja, and Jadeja is not in my one-day team.
No, you have as a 12th man. So don't say that.
I mean...
Okay, guys. Let's go. Okay, so Pacers. So I think Bumrah comes in straight away, right? I think all of us have Bumrah.
Yep.
I think it's a common Bumrah and Zair Khan. All 4.
I think a left armer is required. World class.
Yeah, 1 left arm, 1 right arm. I think good balance, and then we have Pandya as the 3rd seamer. So now it comes back to the spinner. So how do we decide this?
So I can resolve this if you like Raina in your team, correct? He is a handy off spinner as well, and then you can replace it with leg spin, instead of
No.
How, I mean, who are you going to remove from this team, man? I mean, I'm not willing to let go anybody from.
So Jadeja Pandya can play, depends on how the pitch is, correct? If it is in India, Jadeja can play. Outside India, Pandya can play based on the.
If you would have talked about Pandya from 2-3 years back, I would have. But considering the way he's hitting the ball now, I want him in my limited over side. Pandya. I mean, his hitting
brilliant
is
fielder.
unbelievable now.
Fielder also.
Yeah, I mean, of course, his fielding was always good, but I think he's shown so much improvement in his batting. It was. So initially I thought maybe he was only performing in the IPL when I saw him. But then the way he batted in the games here in Australia, it was unbelievable. I mean, his batting.
So one more point, correct? Jadeja and Yuvraj, I think both are Yuvraj also bowls like handy overs, correct? It's a similar bowling style in this team, the combined 11 I'm talking about.
Okay, so are we then willing to trade Jadeja for an off spinner and a leg spinner? Maybe that'll become easier. So maybe bring.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I can replace Jadeja with Chahal. I mean, if that's the case.
Chahal and then, but the thing with
spinner thing is also.
How do we decide?
See, so my other problem with Ashwin is that if you see his record, he's hardly played 70 odd ODIs, and he's played for the last 13 years or 12 years, and he's only played 70 matches for India. And that's mainly due to the fact that he's very, very unfit for the limited overs cricket.
Okay, good point.
So his bad knee and his, I mean, he reminds me of Anil Kumble. The only reason why Anil Kumble is not in my one-day team is because of his fielding. I remember this this very famous caricature of his when he's diving. So there was this kind of an animated caricature where he's placing an hanky and then he's putting his right elbow, then his left elbow, then his right knee, and then he's diving. So Anil Kumble reminds me of that.
So is anybody willing to switch from Ashwin to Harbhajan?
Yeah, I'll switch.
Okay. Okay. So
Right.
this is what our combined one-day team looks like. I think again it's a good balance. We have we have two left-handers in the top 5, which is good. Then I mean, of course, we have a lot of explosive power. We have Pandya batting at 7, which gives a lot of depth. And then we have a leg spinner, a wrist spinner, an off spinner, and then we have a left arm quick, a right arm quick, and then we have a right arm medium pacer. Plus, as backup, we have Yuvraj left arm spin, Saurav's medium pace, and Sachin's a little bit of everything. I think this is a pretty good side, right?
Yeah.
Pretty strong. And 12th man, should we say Jadeja? 12th man?
Yeah. $1 million man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think ulta theory chal gaya Avik. मैंने रखा था तो वो बाहर निकल गया टीम से, because otherwise it would have happened other way around.
Very nicely.
ये सब षड्यंत्र था.
Hey Anirban, how are we doing with time? Can you? I mean,
Yeah, I'm good.
You're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So should we go to the test?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think this is a pretty strong side, guys, right?
Yeah.
So okay, I'm just going to paste this because I think there's going to be a lot of common name. Ooh.
So Abhishek, can I recommend something? I think you can create a table in Word, correct, with 5 column, 4 for us. That would be easier to.
Yeah, it'll be easy. Agreed.
It just give me a minute. I'll just be
Sure.
back.
Yeah.
Sure.
यार इसका प्रॉब्लम साला यही है ना, मेरे को मैं काम नहीं करता ना इस पे.
Oh, is it? Okay.
हाँ, मैं Apple पे काम नहीं करता ना. That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay.
ये सब recording में जा रहा है, by the way.
हाँ?
Yeah, we can. I think Abhishek, you have to have someone edit your videos, huh?
Correct.
हाँ नहीं, ये वाला तो नहीं, ये तो मैं ही करूँगा edit. ये वाला तो
Okay.
definitely I want to edit it properly.
To clip stuff. Yeah.
So Filmora is I think, but I think it's not free. But
नहीं, मेरे पास है, मेरे पास सॉफ्टवेयर है एडिट का.
okay, then I think we can do. Yeah, this is nice. Now this probably we can look at it, correct? Because I think I'm okay with the combined 11. Sharma ka position dara, because he doesn't even run, correct? I like at 4th position.
Yeah. Honestly,
it's a bit of
a I was debating. So I initially had Rohit Sharma at 4, my team also. But my problem was, again, I always like to have left-handers in the team. That's my issue. That I like to have, because left-handers make a lot of difference.
I'm shocked that किसी ने रैना को support नहीं किया. I'm literally shocked actually, because he is like as good as all-rounder like others,
बताओ यार, ये मुझे इसलिए Apple अभी इसमें मैं रोज
मेरे को तो actually मैं तो शर्मा fan हूँ ही नहीं.
आ रहा है. How do I?
नहीं, just enter करना, like go towards right, tap, and I think it'll have another row added. Oh, it's not happening. Oh, that's bad.
Double tap करो, click करके, and you can add a row, right? Yeah, the Apple.
Okay, again.
That's fine. Let's continue. That's fine, and we can just do it.
That's fine. Yep.
And we can figure that out later.
Oh, sorry, command C होता है ना.
I mean, for the record, this is the first time I am on a Zoom call with a celebrity.
Hey, come on.
It's a.
Yeah, yeah. And I was going to say, Anirban, you are super nice, man. I mean, you responded to all my DMs. I mean, it's amazing. But thanks for that. Again, Anirban, I hope you're having fun.
Yeah. This is good fun. I'm just now thinking of the test team middle order, man. Like that's pretty much. I want to get Azhar in, but I don't know how to do that.
Okay. So let's go. Anirban, you want to go? Who are you opening?
Okay. Sehwag and Rohit.
Okay. Who's at 3?
Dravid. Tendulkar. Ganguly. Lakshman. Man, how to change this middle order? This is very difficult because a little bit. Can Azhar come in place of Lakshman? Yeah. Okay, let's keep this for the while. Dhoni. Harbhajan. Kumble. Okay. Zahir. And I want to go with Bumrah, but I also don't want to dismiss Ishant Sharma here.
Yeah,
I'll go with, huh?
Yeah, so if we were talking about maybe 3 years back, in Ishant would not be even considered, but the kind of performances he averages 20 in the last 2 years in Test cricket, which is unbelievable.
And he averages 40 in the first 10 years.
But his Test record right now is better than Zahir Khan's.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yes, it is. Yep. Just by a few.
I think by
how many wickets does Zahir Khan have in
Zahir
Test?
Khan has 300 wickets.
And Ishant?
Ishant is closing in on 300, I believe.
Okay.
290 odd, yeah.
Okay. So could be Zahir and Bumrah, or it could be Ishant and Bumrah also. I'm a little confused.
So for now, I mean, while you think of, I'm going to do this. I'm going to just for now, I'm going to keep it like this, and then everyone, you can think it over while I go to Avik. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Avik, go for it.
Viru and Gambhir. Right and left.
Yeah.
Wall, Rahul. Sachin. Number 5, Virat Kohli. Number 6,
I gotta have Kohli. Oh fuck! I forgot Kohli. I was thinking how to get Azhar in, how to get Kohli in.
No, we can change it. I mean, it's
Yeah. I'll have to change it. I think Ganguly, it's not looking good for Ganguly, man.
Yeah, Avik, go ahead.
Can we have a non-playing captain and have Ganguly captain the side as a 12th man?
Let's make him coach.
Yeah, but, I mean, you have to choose a
coach, even better. Yeah. And drop Shastri, please. Okay. So Virat at 5, Dhoni at 6. I'll have Jadeja at 7, my bowling all-rounder. So this was tricky. I wanted to go with probably 4 seamers, but then Ashwin has such a immaculate record in the last 10 years. So I will go with Ashwin at 8. So we have a deep batting, a batting depth. And then you have Shami, Zahir Khan and Bumrah to wrap it up. So Jadeja, Ashwin, Shami, Zahir Khan, Bumrah.
Okay. Jolin, let's go.
Yeah, I'll go with Sehwag, Dhawan.
Okay.
Left-right combination followed by Dravid.
Tendulkar.
Yeah, Tendulkar, Kohli. I think that would be common. Yeah, I think everything else would be common. Looks like let's Kohli. I'm debating Dhoni, but I don't know whom I replace Dhoni with is a problem.
Okay.
So, but anyway, we'll go with Dhoni for now. Dhoni.
I'm telling you, make Dravid keep.
No. Test matches won't work. Yeah. So now instead of Jadeja, I will probably go with all-rounder who can do a medium pace, and I don't see anyone in India right now. Jadeja and Pandya, you can put slash, correct? Jadeja, Pandya. I will decide later.
Tell me your final one, right?
Yeah. Ashwin, Shami. Yeah, this probably is okay. Yeah, this is fine. And Lakshman is not. This is bad actually.
Yeah, I mean, it was painful to drop Lakshman.
I have to have in test match. I don't think there's. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I mean, Ganguly's got to be in my test match team again because two things: one being a left-hander, and the second is his captaincy. Test cricket.
He has not played at that position, Abhishek, but fifth. I don't know.
Of course, he's played. He's played.
Yeah, he's played at 6.
Yeah,
but very like not many matches.
No. I mean, at the end, towards the end, he was always batting at 6, right? Because Lakshman used to bat above him.
Yeah,
correct. Just to have him.
But his average between 2000 and 2008 is very low, 30s.
Yeah. Where? No, I mean, but before he retired, in his last 2 years, he averaged like in the 50s.
I didn't consider last 2 years.
No, again, my rationale was again not in terms of numbers, but I mean his numbers were fine. My major criteria was, of course, his captaincy in Test match, and then.
But who did you drop? Let's hear your team first.
Yeah, I mean my team is here. No, I have Dhoni, of course, and I have 4 bowlers.
What's your team?
I have it written here. Okay, I have Kumble. Oh, sorry.
Abhishek, you're not going to win any matches for us outside India if you have 4-baller theory.
No, I'll win. I mean, this is the 5-baller thing is just recently started, right?
Ganguly, he can open the bowling for you on a seaming track.
Yeah, I mean, in England and New Zealand, definitely. Maybe not in Australia.
No, but I've seen him open the bowling in India.
Yeah, he opened the bowling in that follow-on Test match at Eden Gardens.
Yeah, he took 3 wickets as well
against
Australia.
Yeah.
I've seen him play. So Srinath and Ganguly with the 2 seamers, and then we played with 3 spinners: Nilesh Kulkarni, Raju, and Harbhajan.
No, we played Rajesh Chauhan, Kumble, and Raju, and then Srinath and Ganguly.
Kumble got injured. I'm talking
about 98.
Following.
This is the 98 in 1998 Calcutta Test match where Azharuddin got 164.
So I think Raju should make the team on his good looks, at least.
Muscles. Oh, man.
Okay, so this is my team.
So, I want to get Kohli in place of.
Sorry. Dada, can you read your team? Can you read your team, Dada?
Oh, me? Okay. Sehwag, Gambhir, Dravid, Tendulkar, Kohli, Ganguly, Dhoni, Kumble, Ashwin, Zahir, Bumrah.
Oh, you have like 6 batsmen and then Dhoni.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow I'm still not, again, with India, I'm always comfortable with 4. And this team has some bowling options at least. Ganguly can do some medium pace. Tendulkar and Sehwag can bowl some.
I mean,
I'm okay.
So my logic is if there was a team which could play with 6 batsmen, it is this team, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they have so many superstars.
Yeah, and again, and again, a lot of people debate. They keep telling me that Dhoni is a better captain than Ganguly. I mean, I would my basis for determining who's a better captain is how they captain in Test matches, and Ganguly was by far our best Test match captain. I mean, at least in my mind.
But on the flip side, I think no player can make the team on just captain.
No, but again,
you can be the best captain in the world.
I think at number 6, he's still done decently that he can still make it. Again, if you combine his captaincy plus left-hander, plus he gives a bowling option, especially in my team because we have 4 bowlers, and he can be a third seamer.
And your 4 bowlers are
Kumble, Ashwin, Zahir, Bumrah. So 1 left armer, 1 right armer, 1 leg spinner, 1 off spinner. Okay, so let's do our combined team. So I think Sehwag comes in no questions there, right?
You guys have made my day.
No, I mean,
I love Sehwag. I absolutely love Sehwag.
Test matches, you cannot, have any
hands down match winner.
If it was an all-time Indian 11 also, it would still be Sehwag and possibly be Gavaskar with Sehwag, right?
Yeah.
In my all-time world 11, I'll have Sehwag every single time.
Sehwag and Hayden possibly.
84 strike rate and 50 average. I mean, you cannot get better than
49. That. He ended up with 49.
49 average, yeah. I mean, he's brilliant.
But again, the match, so you're talking about match winning, right? That is where Sehwag has had maximum impact, right? Setting up matches and winning matches in test matches. Okay, so Gambhir has 2 votes, Rohit Sharma has 1, Dhawan has 1. So again, I think majority has Gambhir. Again, we can debate it. I know.
Right and left. Sharma, I don't like Sharma in the longer format. I think he's good for the Indian pitches.
Again, he hasn't, he's performed well in India, right? In test matches as an opener against a weak South African team, he got 300s. But if you look at it, even against Australia, he couldn't do much, right?
I mean, he looks good for cameos, and which he is good. I mean, so when he plays well, he looks like a dream, for sure. But I think he doesn't have the application to play 100 balls.
So, Anirban, what was your rationale in picking Rohit in the opening slot?
No, now I have changed my mind after listening to you guys, and I also have to fit Kohli in my team. Okay, so I'm going to go do something very risky, and
you're going to have Ganguly open.
No, I'll have Dravid open.
Yeah, and that's something that I was also thinking.
Yeah, I'll have Dravid open and then get Kohli at number 3.
That's a brilliant thing. I think that's brilliant. So Dravid opening, then I can get Lakshman in and drop Gambhir. Wow, that will be awesome.
Yeah.
So
Dravid comes here and then Sharma goes at 3.
No, Kohli.
Kohli, sorry.
Yeah, I'm up for that option actually.
Okay.
But I want Lakshman in. I really like Lakshman. Again, match winner.
Yeah. Okay, so then. But we still haven't. So we have 2 votes for Gambhir, 1 Dhawan, 1 Dravid.
I probably go with Dravid as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, now it's.
Yeah, I'm okay with Dravid if Lakshman is in.
Okay, so right now, should I put Dravid, shut Gambhir, and then if Lakshman comes in, then we can replace.
Yeah. Yep.
So for now, let's say Dravid / Gambhir, right? No, Dravid / who do we say? Yeah, Dravid.
Gambhir, you're right, Gambhir.
Okay. So just one thing against Gambhir, maybe it's a good combination with Sehwag, left-handed combination, good record. But I think he was not good at playing short balls or short pitch balls. So maybe I think that was the reason.
He was good for Dhawan also, right?
No, I think he's much better than Gambhir.
No, I won't agree. I mean, he's good in one day, but in test matches, he's also struggled against the short ball, right? His record is not that good.
Gambhir has a better abroad record than Dhawan. Check it out.
Records are not always the right parameter because
records, I have to go by records. Abroad, if you're scoring 190 and saving a test match for India in an era where we never won anything, I would choose you any day.
And you know what Sidhu used to say, right? Records are like bikinis. They show more than what they hide.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Okay, so Tendulkar again, is a no-brainer, right? And I think Kohli is there in every team. So I guess just a question of where do we fit Kohli, 3 or 5?
Yeah, if Dravid opens, then I want Kohli at 3.
Okay, so for now, should we just keep him at 3?
Yep.
Otherwise, who would play at 3, correct? Sachin to uncomfortable playing at 3, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
No, but again,
he used to be in the pitch.
The most successful test batsman, you don't want to move him from 4, right? I mean, come on.
Correct.
That was my rationale of even having Sachin at the top, even in one day, because I mean, the most successful batsman, you want him to play at his best position.
Pujara ko leke aana padega if you Pujara, Tendulkar, and then Kohli.
Band kar dunga, that's a different thing. I mean, batsman, but not to watch. Yeah. I think paper mein aata hai naam tab acha lagta hai ki chalo India is a good thing. It was again. I love Pujara for his grit and determination, but he's very painful to watch. And especially the way he drives. I mean, you feel as if he's constipated, right? He doesn't even have a full swing of the hand when he drives. And the problem is, there are other players who play the check shot, but then the ball still travels. In his case, he doesn't even move his arm, and the ball also doesn't travel.
And so there were people like Callis and Dravid who played in the same strike rate, but they at least had one good shot which looked aesthetically good, right? So Dravid had that cover drive. Callis used to play
Dravid also had the
drive.
flick. Dravid also had the flick. He had the flick. He had the cover drive.
Pujara is one of the most ugliest batsmen to watch in
series. Okay, so we have fourth. Now, who comes in at 5? So our choice now
Lakshman.
How many?
Lakshman.
But only one. We have only one Lakshman, right? Nobody else has Lakshman in their team.
No, I also don't have Lakshman in my team. I'm saying if Dravid opens, we can drop Gambhir and get Lakshman in the middle order.
So
I also vote for Lakshman.
Choices. Let's have 2 choices here also, right? We can finalize that. Lakshman and who else at 5?
Option in
you have Ganguly, right?
Ganguly.
You have Ganguly. And Anirban, what's your middle order? Azhar?
No, Anirban was thinking of Azhar, but you didn't pick Azhar.
I couldn't fit him in, no. So
I had a soft corner for Azharuddin, I have to tell you, especially because his Eden Gardens record was
same here. I love Azhar. Absolutely love Azhar. Great fielder. Just a great player to watch. Very stylish.
So I'll tell you, 1993, the England Test match. So I actually went and watched that game. So Azhar got 100 on the first day in Eden. He ended up scoring 180. So he and Sachin had a partnership, 121 run partnership. Sachin got a 50, and Azhar got 100. And that was right after the Australia tour, right? After India had come back from the Australia tour, disastrous Australia tour from 92. And everybody was kind of gunning for Azhar's head, and that series kind of turned it around for him, right? India won 3-0.
Right, and Azhar used to score centuries at Eden just will.
Yeah, and do you remember the century he scored against South Africa, where he got hit and he came back?
Yeah.
For 5 boundaries in an over. I mean,
I think this was the match where this was, I think, Ganguly's first match at home. At Eden, and so I had gone with my mom, and we were so happy. Finally, somebody from the city playing India, and then he got out on 0. Okay, in the second or third ball, he was caught behind, and the audience just lost their shit. Okay, they're like, hi Ganguly, hi Ganguly, just ringing around Eden Gardens. And my mom, she's like, I cheered for him so much while he was coming in that I was still settling down when he got out. So she even missed.
Ganguly. I'm glad he finally got 100, right, against Pakistan. And finally, in 2007, he got 100 at Eden.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do we have at 6? So we have
Dhoni.
Yeah, Dhoni, hands down.
Okay. Then I guess Zahir and Bumrah come in, right, directly. Yeah, I think Zahir and Bumrah make it directly because I think all our teams have him, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Now the spinners. Is there a common spinner across?
I have Jadeja and
Ashwin has three votes, right? Ashwin has 3 votes, and Kumble has how many? Kumble has 2. Harbhajan has 1. So Ashwin, I think, gets in directly. Would we agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
did we decide on the balance of the side? Are we playing 1 all-rounder and 5 bowlers?
Yeah, I think we let's try to create this, and then we'll take a final call. So I think Kumble should also be in, right? Because for now, let's have two pacers, 2 spinners, 6, right? Because and then we'll decide if the 5th position will be taken by a pacer or what we do with it.
Kumble tied up with Jadeja, actually, if you look at it that way, 2-2.
Oh, Jadeja is also there, right? So
Yeah.
Kumble and
So-
Jadeja, right? How many?
And if you play Jadeja, then you can play an extra bowler, right? So we can play Shami, and then you also have a batting all-rounder at that position. So you have a left-arm spinner, then you have Ashwin, off-spinner, then you have a left-arm fast bowler, a right-arm fast bowler, and then you have a swing bowler in Shami. I think that's a very balanced attack.
And Shami has 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
Shami Sharma, I think, we can trade, but I think I prefer Shami over Ishan Sharma because of the sheer pace, actually.
I have a problem with Sharmas, so that's.
I mean, I'm willing. Again, I think I know we shouldn't be promoting any regional feelings, but again, Shami played.
But Bengal player, yes.
I can also.
Sorry, everybody is a little biased.
Yeah,
I want to be biased. Yeah. People don't say it, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
now-
Jwalin's team is, I think, better than the combined 11 because he has 2 Dravids. That's
True. So what did I think? So
And
what do we have, Jolene? I think you switched.
Kohli.
We have 3.
Sorry. Yeah. This
Sharma,
is
did
bad,
you
actually.
Sharma?
No. 1 second.
Oh no,
So
then you
who-
can. I think you should fit in Ganguly.
No, not Ganguly.
I think he wanted
Lakshman. Yeah.
and as an all-rounder, we can get in Lakshmi Ratan Shukla, favorite.
Oh, yes.
Come on.
I think
Low-key.
No, but jokes aside, Lakshmi Ratan Shukla used to be a decent all-rounder at one time, but they didn't pick him. They just picked him for a couple of games, and he did okay. I remember he bowled 10 overs, gave away 37 runs, and he used to be pretty decent at that time. At least they could have played him in the one days. Or
I love
he
Jwalin's
was a good
expression.
hitter as well.
I love who's Lakshmi Ratan Shukla?
Oh man, Lakshmi is a legend. By the way, he's in the news. Is joining BJP next week.
Yeah. I know, and
He's relevant.
His dad owned a mishti dukan, a mithai shop in Howrah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
his father had a sweet shop in Howrah.
I have played with Lakshmi Ratan Shukla in nets. We were kids, we were like in under 14 at that time, and I was just amazed to see ki every ball that he bowls is just like going from here, dude. Because for us, he was like Ambrose.
Ambrose at 120.
Yeah, dude. We were 12-year kids, 12-year-old kids.
Again, I know
Kumble was faster, I think.
people should be honest, but when I used to play cricket, I used to bowl really fast as well. And I know only Avik can back me up because he's the only one who's seen it. But I used to bowl pretty fast. I used to play for Brijesh Patel's camp in Bangalore, so I used to bowl fast back then.
Right.
So I have an anecdote for Lakshmi Ratan Shukla. So back in the day when IPL started, I was in second year of engineering. So in our hostel, right? So all the Udiyas didn't have a team, right? And they would support KKR, right? Because they don't have their state team. So when the first draft came out, people were asking who's Lakshmi Ratan Shukla, and why is he in the playing 11 of the first ever IPL match? And I'm trying to defend how good of a utility player he is. He can bat, he can field. He's 4D.
I think he was much better than what was his name? Shankar.
Vijay Shankar. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So this is now we have to take a call.
I think Dravid needs to be there, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think there is a question if Dravid needs to be there, but I guess just a question, where does he bat, right?
I think Gambhir Ganguly should go out is what we are saying right now because they are.
Okay, I बोलते ना दिल पे पत्थर रख के मेरे को गांगुली को हटाना पड़ेगा because honestly, but we have to
literally you can't have many captains in the same team.
No, it's not a question. Again, we have to follow the rules, right? I mean, Ganguly just got voted out, unfortunately.
He should be coach, Indian coach.
No, but although why did we vote? Because Lakshman has 2 votes here and Ganguly also has 2 votes. I think we should debate it a little more.
Yeah, if the captaincy comes in, then Lakshman goes out.
Yeah, exactly. So in this team, tell me then, if we have this team, who's going to captain?
Dhoni.
How can Dhoni captain a test match? He was the I would have preferred Sachin as the captain if I had to compare it to Dhoni, man, in test matches.
No, I'm the biggest Sachin fan. I if he was in my team, I would captain.
Dhoni has a terrible record. Dhoni has a terrible record, especially abroad.
Again, don't go by records, Abhishek. I'm telling you, records are not the parameter.
How do you determine captaincy? You have to go by records. I mean, how else are you going to?
He has won all possible World Cup for India. When he was a captain, we were Indian #1 test
But this
team.
is test match. This is test match.
Yeah, so we were #1 when
he was the captain of the team, which became the #1 team in 2011.
Yes,
but remember, he became a captain after he took over from Kumble and Dravid.
From 2008. Yeah.
India won in England under Dravid. Then Kumble, India won in Pakistan. India did well in Australia. So
no, but that was 2007-8. From 8 till 11, Dhoni was the captain.
Right, but India became #1 because India was playing only at home, right? And India won because Dhoni has won only one series.
So the debate is not Ganguly and Dhoni. The debate is Dhoni and Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, and these people.
No, but
I think Dhoni is a better captain.
Then in that case, I would make Virat Kohli the captain. Virat Kohli's abroad record is much better than Dhoni's.
Record is better. I don't like his captaincy. He's not. I don't like his captaincy at all. I think he's overtly aggressive himself as a batsman. And his reactions, but his decision making is. I feel Rohit Sharma is a better captain than Virat Kohli.
Okay, so let's vote on the captaincy because I don't like Dhoni as a test captain at all. He's too defensive. I
vote for Dhoni.
One Dhoni.
Dhoni.
Okay, I'm voting for Kohli in that case. And Anirban, what is your vote? Kohli or Dhoni?
So Ganguly's out or what?
I don't think Ganguly should be out if you really ask me, because looks like we are struggling a little bit. Okay, tell me guys, if Ganguly comes in, who should be the captain? If Ganguly is in this team, who becomes the natural captain?
Ganguly is the captain, no doubt. If he's in the team.
If Ganguly comes in, who becomes the captain?
Yeah, so before even I answer that question, correct? So if I just compare sheer batting power, Lakshman and Ganguly at that position, I would say Lakshman will be anyway in because the way he played in Australia, the way he played in South Africa, so it's difficult for me to even have Ganguly in the team. It's a problem.
Same here.
Okay, so in that case, I'll go with Dhoni.
Okay, so settle then. So Dhoni is captain here. Okay. And now we have to pick between Kumble and Jadeja.
Now it's a fun discussion.
Kumble and Jadeja?
Yeah.
Jadeja. So if you play Jadeja, we can play an extra bowler. And that's why I picked Jadeja. Plus 24 average. Again, just again a Jadeja fanboy moment. 24 average with the ball and 35 with the bat. Better than Shakibul Hasan.
No, but again, my number one batsman. Again, if Jadeja against Kumble, my vote would go to Kumble, because Kumble for me he was an out and out match winning bowler. Again, batting I'm not comparing, but I think that way India will have like 5 really strong bowlers. As a bowler purely, I prefer Kumble to Jadeja in test matches. I mean, that is me.
But I prefer Jadeja as the 5th bowler, and we end up playing with 4 bowlers plus Jadeja. That's like a brilliant balance.
You mean the batting also becomes stronger, right? That is your rationale.
Yes. Batting becomes stronger, and also the bowling. Bowling becomes stronger. You have four genuine bowlers, and then you have Jadeja as the 5th bowler.
No, but so if you don't play Jadeja, then you'll have 5 genuine bowlers.
Yes, but the bat, no.
Yeah, so that's what I said.
Will be. So
it's the batting that the batting is kind of.
So I consider Jadeja as a specialist bowler who can bat.
So you're saying as a package it improves. Okay. So
So he's basically the Washington Sundar in this team for the last.
Washington Sundar of Brisbane, right? Okay, so
and the better version.
Kumble has 1 vote, Jadeja has 1 vote. Anirban and Jolin, who do you guys vote for?
Kumble.
Okay, so 2 Kumble.
So Avik, I have power now to get Jadeja out of the team.
Yeah, but otherwise it's going to be a deadlock, man.
Yeah. So I'll go with Jadeja, unfortunately, because
2 and 2. And since my Ganguly got voted out, I'm definitely not going to change my vote.
No, the thing is, Anil Kumble in an Indian test team is kind of like, how you have a Dravid in the,
I agree. I mean,
as a
come on,
batsman.
7. I mean, he has
600 wickets.
600 wickets.
Yeah. And like just
And Jadeja is
relentless
right
from
now only
one
on
end.
200.
Okay, so I can drop a seamer and get in Kumble. I don't mind that. Or drop Ashwin. Drop Ashwin and get Kumble. I don't mind.
But then remember again, the reason, so Ashwin was, the reason we picked Ashwin was again, opponents having left-handers, you want an off-spinner, right? Somebody who turns the ball away.
So Jadeja, so we are comparing Jadeja and Kumble and they're vying for the same spot, but they can't because for me, Jadeja is in the all-rounder slot. So he plays at number 7.
So
and then
Abhishek,
you can have.
Yeah, so I mean, the batting order we can change. If we are agreeing on Jadeja, then we can move Jadeja up and then Ashwin comes down. The problem is,
But
remember,
then we can't play 3 spinners. We can't play 3 spinners.
One person who spins it away, one person for a right-hander, one who spins it away from the left-hander, right?
But 3 spinners and 2 pacers to play all around the world is not a good deal. Unless you play, but Pandya also is not a great seamer.
No, so this team this will have 3 pacers and 2 spinners, right? I mean,
how? If you pick Jadeja, then you'll have 3, right? 3 spinners.
No, we have Shami, Zahir, and Bumrah, the 3 pacers.
And then Ashwin, Kumble, Jadeja. How will you play all 3?
No, not 3. I'm saying Ashwin and then 1 out of Kumble and Jadeja, right? So we'll have then 5 bowlers, 3 pacers, and 2 spinners. No matter who.
No. Yeah. But we are picking between Kumble and Jadeja, and that's not a fair comparison. You can compare Ashwin and Kumble.
No. So the reason we are comparing them because both of them are spinning the ball away from the right-handers, right? Because Ashwin we want for the left-handers.
But their skill sets are very different, I believe.
Yeah, so that's what we need to decide, right? I mean, again, for me, it's very hard. I think, Anirban, you made a statement that really resonated, that Kumble is almost like the Dravid of India, right? That it's...
So play Dravid, drop Ashwin.
What we can do is, we can have Jadeja as a 12th man.
And then hope for a concussion also.
Concussion sub, right?
Oh, brilliant, yes. That'll be ideal.
Yeah,
so, but we are playing with 5 duds then. We are playing with 5 bowlers and 5 duds.
You mean
Ashwin can play. I'm going to say
Ashwin can play, but again, the rest of the 4
India will lose. India will definitely lose with this team in Brisbane, because the only one player who's done well in Brisbane is not even selected, Ganguly.
Pant. Hey, I can replace Dhoni with Pant also.
I actually had initially I was thinking Pant. In test matches,
but he's only played 13 matches. He's only played 13 matches.
Who?
Pant has only played 13 matches.
No, but he's played 13 matches, but he has 4 impactful innings abroad in his 13-match career. Dhoni has only 1 impactful innings in his career outside the subcontinent.
But the other aspect is his keeping his socks. I can keep better than Pant.
Again,
And in test matches against spinners.
Never convinced me in test matches. Dhoni could never convince me in test matches. The only notable thing I remember is the one at Lords that India saved the game. And that too, of course, rain helped, but Dhoni played well. He scored a 90.
Again, I see Dhoni as a package. So his keeping plus batting is more than any keeper batsman we've ever had.
Again, I see him as a package more in limited overs, not so much in test.
But name one test match keeper we have had who's better than Dhoni. You can't name anyone.
Honestly, in terms of impact, Pant has already made a bigger impact than Dhoni, at least with his batting in his short career.
But his keeping is horrible.
Agreed, but last Australia tour, he created a world record. The maximum dismissals in a series by an Indian keeper.
Yeah, but he drops too many catches.
Again, I'm telling you, records are it's a problematic
I'm going to repeat what Sidhu said, man. They are like records are like bikinis. They will more.
But the problem with the structured discussion is if you don't go by record, then gut feeling पे तो मेरे team में लक्ष्मी रतन शुक्ला आ जाएगा ना फिर.
Not the gut feeling. Can you believe you only said Pant is one of the very like the worst wicketkeeper you can have as a and then now he has got the world.
I've seen it in my own eyes. I don't know the record.
And he also has a record of most number of catches in a series. Now, can you tell me what do you do with that?
So catches in a series is only one series. I have seen him in multiple series and he has dropped many catches.
No, but so
Crucial
again,
catches.
I'll give you my unbiased opinion. In my opinion, Ganguly should be captain, coach, BCCI president, and ICC president at the same time.
And also be the PM and then also come
PM
to
of West Bengal,
It's Chief
President
Minister.
of CAG, and also Prime Minister of India. So, I mean, again,
and also replace Biden here.
okay, guys. So are we satisfied with this team?
It's not, I would say, looking good. I'm telling you, it's not a good feeling. You can't have Dhoni
The one-day
at
team
number
How did we go for
6.
Kumble?
I think the one-day team is really good now.
So Jwalin, you voted for Kumble over Jadeja for the all-rounder spot.
No. So
He was
I have
trying
kept.
to break the. He was trying to break the tie, and he said remove Jadeja to 12th man, right? But your vote originally was Jadeja, right?
But was
Jadeja,
that a
yeah.
joke?
No joke.
Was that a joke?
I think we can have Jadeja playing after Dhoni, and from Ashwin onward, it's a bowling lineup. Let's have Kumble as a 12th man. Let's give it to Avik actually.
A 600 wicket man, you are removing a guy who has 600 wickets.
So he's in my squad. It depends where we are playing, and we'll have him. Correct. So yeah, because this team looks really unbalanced. With Dhoni is not a capable test batsman,
especially with the way Dhoni bats in test matches.
Yeah.
Yes,
We are going to
agreed.
lose many
Yeah.
matches than
So
winning with this.
then should we again? I guess I'm more comfortable if Jadeja has to come in. I'm more comfortable, removing Ashwin then. I know we'll not have a bowler for the left-handers, but Kumble has to be.
That's fine. Yeah, so Ashwin would be 12th man. Jadeja, Kumble,
I'm okay
Shami,
with
Zahir,
that.
Bumrah.
Anirban, you're good with that?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Let's have that extra batting.
Yeah. So Jadeja comes in here. Yeah, definitely. This
13-man Shukla, please. 13-man Shukla. For nostalgia.
Fielding coach as well.
I remember he had taken a very good catch, running backwards. I think Inzamam had top edge something like that. I remember him taking a good catch. Which match?
I'm going to have a sleepless night since we were not able to accommodate Ganguly in the test team.
But Ganguly is in our hearts, and of course he's had a dodgy heart also. But that's besides the point.
Okay, so are we happy with this team? At least happier with this team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Better balance, right? Okay, so let me quickly go through the combined test team. So Sehwag, Dravid opening the batting. Then we have Kohli, Tendulkar, Lakshman, Dhoni at 6, and then we have one all-rounder Jadeja. We have one full-time spinner Kumble, and we have 3 pacers. One left arm seam, one right arm genuine pace, and one right arm seam bowler. And we have Ashwin as the 12th man. Yeah. And the one-day team again, Sachin, Saurav, Virat, Sharma, Yuvraj, Dhoni, Pandya as the all-rounder, 2 spinners in Chahal and Harbhajan, and we have Zahir and Bumrah as the pacers, and we have Jadeja as the 12th man. So I think it's a good. I somehow like the one-day team. I think the one-day team is better balanced than the test team still.
Because Dada is the captain.
Because Dada is in the one-day team, right?
So Abhishek, just to make you feel correct, one of the coach, I forgot whether it's a Gary Custon or said about Lakshman. Correct? If I have to put my life, like gamble my life on one of the cricketer, it would be Lakshman. I don't know who said so, but I think.
But I'll tell you one of the
definitely not Shane Warne.
One of the greatest bowlers, Shane Warne. He picked Ganguly over Lakshman in his all-time Indian 11.
He also picked Azhar. He picked
Azharuddin. He picked Virat. He didn't pick because he had not played against Virat. But he picked Ganguly over Lakshman.
But he was intoxicated. He picked Sidhu also in the team.
His rationale was exactly that, right? His rationale was people who played well against him, and then he picked Ganguly mainly because of his captaincy, because his rationale was the team that he created and the way that Indian team was, that team was unmatchable, and they were playing against the best Australian team. I mean, almost invincible Australian team, and they still fought really well. So that memory will never go away.
With that logic, तो लक्ष्मण होना ही चाहिए टीम में, because he was there in that third match. Correct, epic partnership between Dravid and Lakshman. There is no two ways about it. Then
I mean, he was the superstar in
No,
that.
I agree. But again, the rationale of bringing Ganguly was he was the one who created this team, right? You cannot push. I mean, it's like not selecting Imran Khan when you pick a Pakistani team, or not picking Ranatunga in the Sri Lankan team. The person who made them a force to reckon with.
Yeah, his influence is just too big on all these players.
Make him the coach. I'm telling you, make him the coach of this team.
In the history of cricket, a superstar coach has never worked out for any team. If you look at cricket, over history, none of the big players made it to be, made it successfully as coaches. Mainly because cricket, unlike football, is a captain's game, right? In football, the manager has a lot of say. Cricket is where the captain and you can't have a strong captain and a really strong coach, because again it becomes an ego thing, right? That's what happened with.
That's what happened. Yeah.
So I think that's why I don't know if Ganguly will ever become a coach.
This seems to be like a team that's selected by Greg Chappell.
See, I mean that's why you want a good writer to be on your channel, right? Come up with lines like these.
Another problem, Abhishek here, correct? अगर कोहली को कैप्टन बनाएंगे, then Kumble and Kohli had a history.
Kumble बाहर हो जाएगा.
यार अभी पर्सनल इक्वेशन नहीं ला सकते ऐसे सिलेक्शन में, फिर तो यार खेल ही नहीं सकते फिर तो. अब तो फिर तो वनडे टीम में युवराज धोनी नहीं खेल सकते एक साथ, और युवराज कोहली शायद नहीं खेल सकते. Great. Okay. I think this was a worthwhile exercise. I know, Anirban, I mean, we have taken too much of your time, but again, really appreciate it.
No, man, I really enjoyed it, man. This was just really good to talk about these guys who I grew up with. It's just very happy.
Excellent. So, Anirban, again, I'm going to extend my offer again. Anytime, you plan to visit the US, I'll DM you my address, my phone number. Just keep it, and you're always welcome. If whenever we happen to visit Mumbai and Calcutta, if you happen to be in Calcutta, we'll definitely.
Yeah. Like, stay in touch. This is a lot of fun.
Absolutely, we will. And Anirban, one request you have: if you are happy with the stream, I'll request you, if you can, in your social media, if you can share the link. Once I put it up, I'll send it to you. You can share it on your social media. That way, we'll get some more views. And Anirban, again, we keep doing it, every week, every other week. Whenever, again,
Let's do it again. Let's do let's do a KKR thing, when the IPL comes around.
Okay, the IPL. Okay. We'll definitely. I mean, we did. Jwalin and I actually did a watch along as well. That was so much fun. An IPL watch along. It was so much fun. So during the IPL, I'll send you an invite, and if you're available, see if you want to join us.
Sure. I'd love to come back.
Yeah. Great. Again, closing thoughts. Anirban, is there anything you want to, if you're doing in the near future, if you want to talk about that a little bit, any shows?
I'm mostly doing shows in Bombay. So if anybody's watching from Bombay, I'm performing like every week. I'm doing my hour here, and come Jwalin, see you at a show. And I have actually some shows in Calcutta in Feb, but nothing is planned. I'll put it up on Instagram when the dates are locked.
Okay, great. And guys, whoever's watching, please follow Anirban on Instagram. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. I know he doesn't post a lot, but I think he's focused on quality, because each and every video on his YouTube channel is worth watching. And I can vouch for it, because I have seen each of them multiple times.
I think you are only the active person on my channel. It's completely dead.
No. I mean, you have quite a few million views, man. Especially the Afreen Afreen video, the office video that you have. I mean.
Yeah. I'll put out a couple of new bits in the next few months. I have another bit on office. Like the last bit on corporate was more of a joke, like, back to back. Now I have a corporate story, so I'll put that out most likely in the next couple of
that'll be
months.
nice. And are you planning any more specials? Is something lined up?
No, not a 1 hour special, but I have an idea of a comedy. Nothing sanctioned, but I have an idea of a comedy special which like combines stand up and some other forms like sketch and all into a half an hour or a 1 hour single narrative. But it's on nationalism, so I have written it, but I don't think anybody's gonna buy it.
In the current setting, it might be hard, huh?
Yeah. So like my initial idea was if nobody buys it, I'll put it on YouTube. But let's see how it works out. I'm still like writing it.
But just okay. Okay, Anirban, again, thanks. We really appreciate you. You've given us so much time. I mean, I know you are a busy man, especially the kind of thing you do. It was a real pleasure, talking to you, interacting with you, and hope you had a good time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I really had a good time.
And as promised, we'll do something during the IPL. And
Yes.
if you don't mind, I'll continue to share the links of my.
Yeah. I'll check it out for sure.
If you have time, just check it out. And the only request I'll edit this and I'll put it up. If you can share it on your social media handles.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you, Anirban.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Bye.
See you.